Oh my gosh, which character? Um, well, the first one I got to play was the Light and the Dark Goddess, because my roles kind of comes in packs of two, I guess, like a value pack. But the Light and the Dark Goddess are the two true entities of good and evil, if you would. So it was really fun to get to play the two of them, which I guess isn't technically the question, but let me see. The Dark Goddess has more of an affinity for being manipulative, so she's kind of a little bit more towards the negatively charged side of the spectrum, and then the Light Goddess, has the same powers technically, but she uses them for good instead. Currently, I'm playing the Red Goddess and the Blue Goddess. The Red and the Blue Goddess don't really have an affinity for good or evil. They're both just kind of, what do you want to call it? They're neutral, so they can go either way depending on the situation. Like you or me, if we were just charged with super crazy, like otherworldly powers. But they're definitely the most fun to play because Red especially she's just got such a tude sometimes. Is that good enough? I kind of got into all of this awesome craziness because my brother is in a band called King Legend, and they had a music video for a song called Curtain Falls, and I was just kind of hanging out at home playing League of Legends, and I get a text from my brother, and he's like, "Do you want to be in a music video?" And I was like, "Hey, why not? That sounds like a better waste of my time." So I got to the music video set and got to meet Micah and got to meet Blake, and then Micah found out that I game and that I'm kind of a cool person, I guess, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to be in a video?" And I was like, "Okay." And it started off as two characters from the music video, and then it just kind of was like, "Hey, do you want to play two more?" And I was like, "Oh, why not? That sounds like fun." So it was all kind of one of those like snowball things, I guess, where like I tripped down a mountain and I started rolling, and now I'm just like a giant snowball. Well, it honestly is all just plain awesome because I just kind of like to, for lack of a better term, let my freak flag fly. um, it's really cool because I've always liked the anime style and the Lolita style, but it it's hard to be able to just buy an expensive dress like that to walk around on a Saturday, because I usually work, so it's kind of hard to wear that stuff out. But it was a lot of fun, especially when we did the Dark Goddess scenes around outside, and I go raw, and then there's like fire everywhere. We got to go to a Subway after that, and I was still in my full costume, and people were like, "What?" But it was really, really cool. I genuinely enjoy being able to dress up and just kind of get out of the norm for a while. It's a blast. I think the hardest part was that this is the first time I've actually really been in front of a camera. I used to act, but I acted in high school and in theater programs when I was younger. So I'm only used to stage acting, which is super different because you never have to watch yourself perform, which is really weird. Um, and you never have to do like 100 takes in a row, or not 100, but like 12 or so takes in a row. Um, so in a way, this was a lot more difficult because it's a different style of acting. It's a lot more realistic. The responses are immediate and usually not as like like theatrical and crazy. Oh my gosh, my favorite part? I don't even know where to begin. All of it is so cool. I mean, it's just like meeting all these cool people from the interwebs that just have like similar interests, or starting to slowly but surely put the videos out on YouTube and hearing people be like, "Oh, you listen to Suicide Sheep too? I listen to Suicide Sheep." Or like you said, getting to meet all these awesome actors and stunt people that are so accomplished, and I'm just sitting over here like, and I think that was the best, was just walking into this big cast of people who are accomplished and in Hollywood and crazy, and I'm just like, hi guys, and everyone, goes out to pizza and hangs out. I think that was my favorite. Oh, I thought you were gonna say not including Knuckles, and I was like, you can't do that to me.
Yeah, not including yourself.
I mean, come on, you can't not love Knuckles or Tess, depending. But I mean, it's just like she kicks ass, and she looks perfect when she's kicking ass. I have never seen her break a sweat. Like she's just busting, just dropping bows, and she's just flawless, and her hair is just all shiny and perfect. And. It started when I showed up and Micah goes, so I have a kiddie pool for the rain scene. And I didn't even know there was going to be a rain scene. So I was like, what? Okay. So essentially what the night ended up being was me standing in a kiddie pool in my goddess costume, but without shoes. And just kind of being lightly hosed down with kind of like, I guess, I don't know, we had a hose snaking from the living room all the way into the bathroom. I don't know why we didn't use the kitchen sink. Maybe it didn't fit, but we used we used the other bathroom sink, and it was cool because there was a temperature gauge, so it wasn't like freezing cold water. But the second the water was no longer on, I was just like, so I'm standing with an umbrella, just like, stop shivering, Maggie. You can't say your lines if your teeth are chattering. But the good thing is I didn't have too many. But it was really crazy. I never thought it could rain indoors, but we made it rain indoors. But I mean, shivering and shaking and craziness aside, it was really cool. The room was all filled up with fog machine smoke, and I could hardly even see. I was like fumbling around, like, where's the refrigerator? No, can't see it. But it was cool. I don't even know how the guys did it. Like, Blake was crouched down in the corner, like, just trying to get the perfect angle of the rain. Like, hang on, I got it. I mean, getting the ceiling all wet and all the surrounding area. But it was totally worth it. It was a blast, and I think that that's my favorite shot so far to have, like, filmed was just the crazy indoor rain scene in a kiddie pool with little octopuses and like cartoon fish around the entire edge. Tess is by far, I think her and I don't want to pick favorites because everyone that I've worked with is amazing. I wouldn't work with anybody that I wouldn't, hang out with aside from work, even though it sounds weird. But I think Tess is definitely up there in my favorites as far as people to work with and just people in general. She is awesome, and even though that what is it, the Indiegogo promo video, everyone's like, oh yeah, I bet you and Tess are best friends. But I mean, she's a really, really kind-hearted person, and I know a lot of people go, oh, they're so kind, but genuinely, she's so sweet. Just like me, she's kind of a health nut when it comes to food. Like, I eat organic food, and I eat all kinds of superfoods like moringa and stuff like that, and it's nice to have another person that's like, yeah, kale! And I don't know, I feel like she would pour frozen veggies in her mouth with me. Just girl movie night, just veggies tipped back. It was really cool. It was nice to see kind of how like the like I guess friendship between us kind of changed from the first time we filmed the music video, and it was just like really professional and straightforward and everything, and then to do more of the scenes and everything, we just kind of started goofing off on set more with everyone else, and it's really cool. I didn't know that Micah played video games too. I mean, he plays more of like the Street Fighter type, and I'm more into the MMO type. But I mean, it still was awesome to meet a fellow gamer who like knew their stuff. It was cool to have a director that understands that I'm not used to film. So he was really patient with me in all the different scenes to kind of like get it right. Be like, okay, you're doing good, Maggie, but you keep looking at the camera. And I'm just like, oh, that's right, I'm not supposed to do that. Working on Slug Street Scrappers specifically was absolute insanity, but it was the best kind. scrambling to kind of squish things together closer to put more fight sequences in, and everything was just, I love the hecticness of it. Because stuff always gets done, but everyone's like, oh my god, we can't do it, it's never gonna work. And then in the end, it's always just this beautiful ball of awesome. And so just being a part of the process of watching something go from being like crazy hectic, oh my god, we're never gonna get this done, to just like, oh, look at this shiny ball of pure joy and happy amazement. I think that was